What's going on YouTube? My name is Sweat. Welcome back to another Apex Legends video. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to find the perfect sensitivity for your playstyle. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'd like to thank you for the recent support lately. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so how I want to structure this video is in three different ways. Number one being your regular sensitivity, up, down, left, and right without aiming down sights. Number two being how fast you are looting and how efficiently you're looting. And number three being your ADS speed, up, down, left, and right while aim down sights. And at the end, I will talk about what sensitivities I suggest for different playstyles. Alright everybody, before this video begins, I do want to encourage you to comment your current sensitivity that you're using down below. I'm actually really curious to see what the most popular combinations are. So yeah, drop that down below if you don't mind. Alright, so welcome to the training center, guys. We can get started on topic number one now, and that is going to be your left, right, up, and down regular sensitivity, as I was explaining before in the beginning of the video. And the best way to find this, in my opinion, is going to be hip firing, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to practice hip firing on the dummies up close, and then we're going to practice hip firing on these moving targets back here. So these guys are stationary up front. These guys in the back, these little targets, are going to help your tracking while you're hip firing, okay? Now, you're not going to want to hip fire the long range targets. There's absolutely no reason in hell that you should be hip firing if people are this far away. It's just hurting yourself if you're not aiming down sights. So by hip firing, this is going to help your regular sensitivity. This is going to help you find the regular sensitivity, but this is going to only be one part of finding your regular sensitivity. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go down the line 1, 2, 3, and then back all the way around while just hip firing. And you're going to know when your sensitivity is on point, guys. If you are missing a bunch of your shots because you're going too fast past the enemy, then you're going to want to lower it, okay? If you're going too slow, if you're not catching up to the moving targets, which we're going to get to in a minute, then you're going to want to raise your sensitivity. It's going to be pretty obvious. You're going to feel when you're at the right sensitivity. So right now, I'm just going to practice hip firing on these guys, and I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, and I know you guys are going to comment, why do you have a blue stabilizer and why are you using an R301? Everybody always asks me why I warm up with these two guns. It's because they are my favorite guns. It's the guns that I use the most. I'm not going to go over here and use a Devo. I'm not going to do it because I don't use the gun in the game. So everybody who's saying there's like no recoil on the 301 or there's no recoil on the 99. There is recoil, but it's just less on the 301. I like picking up the 301. Sometimes I'll even use a wingman, so just keep that in mind. Use the guns that you're going to actually use in the game. Like, I'm never going to pick up a Devo in the game, so I'm not going to use that weapon. And also, I use a blue stabilizer because it's right in the middle, guys. There's very rare occasions, like only in early game are you not going to have a stabilizer. So that's why I use a blue stabilizer. It's right in the middle. It doesn't control the recoil too much, but it also controls it enough to where it's workable, okay? If you're not using any recoil, it's pretty tough to control your hip fire speed, or hip fire sensitivity rather. So just do whatever you guys want. If you guys want to not use a stabilizer at all, then be my guest, but just don't be down in the comments saying, why are you using this, why are you using that? It's just what I prefer, guys. So alright everybody, so once you're done shooting these dummies while hip firing, you're going to move on to these targets in the back. This is going to help your tracking while hip firing. This is very important in finding the correct sensitivity, is knowing that you can hip fire from a decent amount of range while still tracking your target. So what we're going to want to do on these is hit 150 2 times each. So I'm going to do this one twice and I'm going to do this one twice. I'm going to try to hit 150 each. Don't get discouraged if you miss a couple times. Like, it's going to happen. So you're going to have to keep practicing with different sensitivities until you get yours perfectly. Like I said earlier, if you're overshooting the target or overcompensating, then you're going to need to lower your sensitivity. And if you're not able to catch up with these, then you're going to have to raise it up. So let's do this real quick. So there we hit 252. That's a good start. And 266. Okay, so that one's done. We don't have to worry about that one anymore. On to this one. Alright, that was a little wild, but we hit over 150, so that's good. right, didn't get it on that one. It's not a big deal. And we got it on that one. So that was like 180 or something like that. All right, everybody. So the number two way to find your perfect sensitivity is going to have to be looting, okay? You're going to want to be very efficient when looting, and you're going to, I can easily tell, okay, when somebody's good versus when somebody's bad just by watching them loot. If you're Granny Gullible over here and you're like, oh, what do I need? Stock, sight, stabilizer. No, you can't be doing that, guys. That's not good. That's not the right sensitivity. If you're like going over the items, you're trying to pick up this extended mag and you're all the way over here, and then you have to slowly move your left stick back. That's not good. You want to quickly be picking up items. So how I like to practice this, right, is I'll select a different combination of items that I want. Say I want a blue shield, a basic helmet, a purple backpack, and a gold knockdown shield. I want to see how quickly I can pick those items up and still be efficient. So I'm going to go over here, pick up that, and that. That was pretty quickly, guys. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to do it as perfectly every single time. Obviously, you're going to mess up sometimes. But just select a bunch of items that you want to grab on the ground, whether it's in the training center or whether it's in real lobbies, and grab them as quickly as possible. So here, I'm going to try to grab a med kit, a shield battery, and some shield cells, and then I'm going to go over and get a gold shield. I'll just go down the line diagonally and see how quickly I can do it right here. So I'm going to go over here, grab it quickly. Boom, 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 boom. See, that was pretty quick, guys. You know, you're going to know when your sensitivity is on point because you're going to be able to grab whatever you need really quickly. So just grabbing what I need really quick, and boom, we're good. So the reason I like to have my looting all sorted out is because those early game scenarios, right? You're all dropping, let's say, you're dropping Cap City or you're dropping Sorting Factory and there's 8 people in your building. It's going to be super, super important to grab the items faster than your opponents. This is why I like to practice this. Like I said, whether you're in the training center or whether you are in a live lobby, just practice grabbing items fast. And like I said earlier, if you're scrolling over items too quickly, then maybe lower your sensitivity. And if you are not grabbing items fast enough, then you might need to raise it up. All right, everybody, so the third key topic in finding the perfect sensitivity for your playstyle is going to be your ADS speed. That is left, right, up, and down while aimed down sights. You want to still be able to track your enemies, but you're going to want to be accurate at the same exact time and be able to shoot the still target. So how I like to practice this is I'm going to shoot the dummies, right? 1, 2, 3, and then all the way back around. So I'm going to do 1 full lap and then back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot these moving targets at medium range. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like we did with the hip fire. And then last but not least, I'm going to shoot these far targets, the moving ones back here. 1, 2, and 1, 2 again. So, all right, so let's start out by shooting these still dummies, and then we'll move on to the second part, which is tracking these targets in the back. Alright, so once we've gone through a whole cycle right here, through all the dummies, we're going to move on to these moving targets right here. You're going to want to make sure you're hitting above 200 on both of them twice, and then you can move on to the next thing. Okay, we didn't hit over 200. We're going to do it again. Nice. 312. We'll definitely take that. So that's 1 and 2. 324. Perfect. We're going to move over to this one. All right, 216, we'll take that. And then 228. I'm going to go through one more time with my 301 now. I know I said only do these twice, but I'm going to do it twice with both weapons. Perfect, 350, and then we're going to do one more over here. And nice and easy. Okay. Alright, so last but not least, I'm going to use a 301 from far distance. I probably wouldn't be using the 99. It's not the best gun for this distance, so I'm going to use a 301. Alright, so we hit over 150 right there. And 200 right there. So we're going to move on to the next target right here. 210. Perfect. and 140. That's over 150 combined, so we're going to take that right there. So what I recommend, what I'm going to say about different play styles here, you got to listen really closely here. So for aggressive players, right, I recommend starting off your regular sensitivity anywhere from a 4 to all the way to a 7. I've never seen really cracked players play on an 8, but that could be just me. I could be not seeing the people that are playing on 8, but I think 8 is too crazy for the hip fire, so I like to keep that anywhere from a 4 to a 7 if you're really cracked on the 7. And if you want a little more accuracy while hip firing, then you're going to want it lower, such as a 4. Now, as for the ADS speed for aggressive players, I would honestly consider using a 3 or a 4. A 3 or a 4 is perfect for me because I can lock onto stationary targets while still tracking moving targets very effectively from close, medium, and long range. So if you're an aggressive player, try out a 3 or 4 sensitivity for the ADS speed and let me know how that goes. As for the players who are snipers and they like to stay back, and it's a little different for them because they like to shoot people from far ranges, obviously like using snipers like I just said, you are probably going to want to put your regular sensitivity a little lower than the normal person. So it's going to be maybe a 3 to a 5 or a 3 to a 6 regular sensitivity, left, right, up, and down. And then your ADS sensitivity, probably anywhere from a 2 to a 4 would work best for you guys. So aggressive players, it's going to be from a 4 to a 7 regular sensitivity, up, down, left, and right. For the ADS speed, I'd recommend a 3 or a 4, just so you have that extra accuracy when aimed down sights. And then for your sniper long-range players, I'm going to recommend, what did I say here, a 3 to a 6 regular sensitivity, up, down, left, and right. And then as you are aimed down sights, I recommend probably a 2 to a 4. Hey everybody, just checking in on you, and I just wanted to mention one thing that I forgot to say in this video that I didn't record in the firing range for you, and that was the ADS different sensitivities for different scopes. So as you go up the scopes, you should be slightly raising your sensitivity because for some reason the higher the scope, the slower it seems. So if you guys have any questions about raising or lowering your ADS sensitivities for different scopes, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And once again, I'm sorry for skipping over that in this video, but like I said, in the comments, you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. All right, that's going to wrap it up for how to find your perfect sensitivity for your play style. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said earlier, we are coming out with some fire content later this week. We have a full settings video dropping on either Monday or Tuesday, so you have that to look forward to. And later on this week, we have an aim guide that you can do in the training center. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a video on that, so we have that to look forward to. But that's about it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you find the perfect sensitivity for you. It's been Sweat. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
I just need